Welcome to the channel. Today we are installing front wheel bearings on the BMW E70. So we're going to start by taking off this caliper and also this brake line here. So I'm going to take off this holder that holds that clip here. Got that off here. And then we're going to do the brake line as well. For this part of the video, you actually don't have to remove the brake line. I only did it because we were doing a brake caliper upgrade on this. But yeah, just get the caliper out of the way, and I usually hang it up on top of the control arm. All right, so that brake line is out, and then we'll go ahead and remove the two E18s off of the caliper in the back. Those are out, and then we'll go ahead and just pull this brake caliper out. All right, that's out of the way. Now we'll go ahead and remove this rotor here, which is a 5mm Allen. So you can see my dust shield, it's missing that vent here, and that's why I'm replacing that. What I'm going to do is actually shock these with a 10 and a hammer just to kind of loosen them up. They're steel going into aluminum. Dissimilar metals do not like each other. We'll see how many of them I break or don't break. Hopefully I don't break them. Ooh, 1 for 1. This is butter. You think the last one will go? I'm saying yes. Look at that. I'm very surprised too. So I'll actually remove this ABS sensor here just so I don't break it myself. And then we'll take the 4 bolts out and pull it out. We might have to use some heat on both sides. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So we'll grab the 5mm Allen up here. And what this ABS sensor does is it just basically reads your wheel speed and also helps for the anti-lock brake system. I'm pulling these out just in case I bump it or something with this wheel bearing coming out. Next step, we'll take off this nut right here. It's a 36mm. Before I actually pull this axle shaft through, I want to go ahead and just clean up this wheel bearing over here and get some of this corrosion and rust off of it. And I want to clean up some of this head here. That way, you know, when we go pull it, it won't be too bad to get off. I'm actually going to take a hammer and hit some of this just to kind of break that bolt loose from that wheel bearing. That way it'll help. And I'll also spray some penetrating oil around this stuff too. I might actually have to heat up just this area with some heat in order to expand the wheel bearing and help get those bolts out. I'm sure they're going to cause us some issues right now, but they won't cause us issues if we know what we're doing here. Okay, I have an M12 triple square with a small 3/8 adapter, and then I got the 3/8 to 1/2 inch, and then a 1/2 inch breaker bar. So hopefully this method works out. We'll go ahead and put this on the back side of our wheel bearing, and we'll get to these bolts here. Okay, that one's moving on us. I just want to break these loose here, and then I could get, you know, some electric tool on the back side to get them off. So that bottom one's loose, and we'll do this top one here. And it looks like they're coming out really nice so far. I've had ones to where I had to use a lot of heat on the outside right here to get them off. Now I'll turn the wheel to do the front side. So I went ahead and I removed that extension for the front side here. And we'll go ahead and put it on the back side. You really want to make sure you are on the triple square nice and tight because you do not want to strip that backside out. One of 4 out. I just used a bunch of swivel extensions here with the 90-degree impact, but you guys may have to use the old hand ratchet to get the rest of these out if you don't have this set up. We need to press out the axle shaft from the wheel bearing. I have this tool from Amazon. I will actually put a link in the description below. And what this does is it just bolts onto the wheel hub itself. And then we put a 14 on the end of here and we drive the axle shaft out of the wheel bearing. All right, we got that pressed out. We'll go ahead and take this off. And then now we have, we should have a loose wheel bearing in here. So we'll go ahead and knock it with a hammer a little bit and see if that loosens it up. If not, we'll actually put these bolts in from the back side and we'll grab the air hammer and we'll just give it a few taps and that'll loosen it up and take it off if we have to go to that point. Okay, that worked out good. Boom, wheel bearing off. Let's see how bad this is. This one's actually not bad at all. I've seen some very crusty ones. I would say this one's still good for 247,000 miles. We'll see how the other side is. Okay, I just went ahead and cleaned up all the surfaces for the wheel bearing and everything looks nice and clean. I just used pretty much a, where'd that go? Oh, right here. I used one of these 90-degree die grinders and it has like a rubbery plastic head on it. So it really doesn't wreck the surface at all. So now we're ready for the new wheel bearing. We'll go ahead and put this on. And then I'll just go ahead and grab my bolts. Actually a T60. So these are the new ones. They are stretch bolts. So they get torqued down to 80 Newton meters. And then they get a 90-degree rotation on them. We'll get all 4 of these bolts started. I just tapped it in a little bit with a hammer and screwdriver. That way it kind of got it seated for us. Got this bolt started and the top one started, and then now I will run them in with my impact. We got them all started. Now we're going to get the torque wrench behind there and we're going to do the 80 Newton meters plus 90-degree rotation. So we'll do the 80 on all of them and then we'll go back and we'll do 90 degrees on all of them and then that will be torque to spec on this. All right, so we got 80 on this and then we'll go to 90 degrees. Ooh. Ooh. That was my extension. All right, so we got 4 of the bolts tight on the back. Sometimes these are press fit, but with this new wheel bearing, it's nice and free flowing in there. I also put a new axle shaft on a few weeks ago, so we don't even need to do that. But just to show you guys, this tool on Amazon also comes with this piece. And you thread this on to the shaft and then this goes against the hub and then you tighten up this bolt here and then it'll pull it in towards yourself. So we don't even need to use that. So we'll go ahead to the nut. So I actually put this nut on a couple weeks ago, and most of the time these are crimped on here. So they tighten these up to 420 Newton meters, and then once they're tight, they crimp them on, and they do it that way. But I put a new nut on, and I didn't even crimp it last time because I knew I was going to do wheel bearings. So we'll go ahead and tighten this one up to 420 Newton meters. We probably won't do it now, but we'll get all the brakes on, and then we'll torque it down. And then once we torque it down, we'll go ahead and crimp those. And here's my crimp method. I just use a chisel, and I give it one good smack, and then we'll rotate it and do the other side. And that's how you do the wheel bearing. After this, you want to put the brakes all back on. The tightening torque for the caliper is 110 Newton meters. And then once all that's done, you put the wheel on, and the torque spec for the wheel is 140 Newton meters. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.